Puff Daddy is the king
Yeah.
of deception.
Yeah.
Every time we was
Puff Daddy is the ruler, definitely, of misdirection, definitely every time we was in the party. He was tossing his champagne, his vodka, and each image he was. He was so we didn't realize we like yo. He's an incredible person. This is an incredible party. This is an extraordinary yo, give me your garment. I'm a rocket in the video, yo, you seen John sold 400 million, why the champagne? The kid that jokes on us, better believe it. He been doing this for genuine, definitely we going to get you, and you K9 as well, and congrats youthful Miami run, as quick as Cassie monitored Diddy's getting a lot of intensity of late. The buddies all around the tattle scene, and it's about him purportedly thrashing ladies and going low when they're down. Yet it appears we have more individuals able to watch him consume now than any time in recent memory, including Kanye West and Puma Wright. Diddy's torment of the hip bounce industry will undoubtedly be uncovered now, for genuine, for like the beyond 20 to 30 years. There have forever been murmurs and talk that P. Diddy is an obscure man who piled up his millions by playing messy. A few people like Fat Joe DMX and Puma Wright attempted to let the cat out of the bag on him, yet none of their accounts truly stuck at Todd's cash impact or notoriety. Since they didn't have a strong case, and they most certainly don't have the foggiest idea where the bodies are covered with Cassie's claimed dramatization, and everything ain't looking so smooth for Diddy any longer. That gleaming suit has a huge break, and presently Diddy's most likely trembling in fear. There are a modest bunch of people out there who know all his obscure business, and on the off chance that they at any point let the cat out of the bag, it could cut down his entire domain. So how about we jump into who these potential major advantages are that could bring Diddy down a peg since he burst onto the rap scene in the mid-90s. Sean Combs has been changing names like garments, the main change around us occurred in 2001 after he evaded charges from a club shootout searching for a new beginning. The now 53-year-old went from Puffy to P. Diddy. Enter Farnsworth Bentley, a smooth individual colleague with an umbrella, most likely there to add a flair to Diddy's new clean picture. Bentley's appearance caused a media craze, transforming the once obscure collaborator into a close-to-moment celeb. With his fan base developing, he dropped the umbrella to seek after his own music vocation. So what's he been doing? Since leaving Diddy's crew in 2001, Diddy was all around the titles, having to deal with firearm ownership and payoff penalties, and furthermore going through a name change to P. Diddy Barry Bentley, the umbrella person seen in Stree, with Diddy making the obscure man an unexpected phenomenon. That image was the greatest promoting effort that any obscure has at any point sent off. Bentley later said it put him on the map for the time being, with makes reference to on Jalino Regis and Kelly and Element. In Time, Newsweek, and individuals, turns out Bentley, then known as Derek Watkins, had encountered Diddy during his legitimate difficulties, sending him rousing book of scriptures refrains after Diddy's legitimate victory. Bentley informed him, kindly don't make me return to my critic supervisor. Diddy recruited him as his own partner and valet, renaming him Farnsworth Bentley. In 2003, Bentley joined Diddy's MTV unscripted TV drama, making Day Band, exhibiting his style and behavior. Post-show, he dumped the umbrella and sought after new open doors. Riding the popularity wave, he handled a book bargain, turning into a New York Times top-of-the-line writer with Advance Your Strut, How to Utilize Habits, Certainty, and Style to Excel. A couple of years after the fact, Bentley facilitated his own MTV show, From G's to Gents, utilizing his manners information to direct young fellows. After the show, he wandered into music, dropping his presentation collection Tones by Derek Watkins in 2011. F. Unworth Bentley, the person we as a whole idea was the most tasteful man in hip bounce, was Diddy's right-hand man day in and day out for a strong 3 years, until he tapped out in 2004. Now here's where it gets hot. Just after Diddy settled that claim with Cassie, Farnsworth Bentley popped back on the web. All of a sudden, he dropped this very baffling post that is currently erased, yet everybody's reasoning it was an unpretentious hit at Diddy. Come on kids, give us a hand, build up to 20 on the off chance that you can come on you. Youngsters, don't be bashful. You can build up to 20. The talk plant is agitating, and a ton of people are speculating that the attention on the number 20 methods Farnsworth may be implying that Cassie got a cool $20 million. Yet hold up, we're not getting it. Our take Farnsworth maybe Saying hello, Diddy, hack up 20 mil, assuming you believe that I should zip it, or perhaps he's indicating 20 additional sensations holding on to pour out of Diddy's wardrobe? It resembles a hip jump secret novel, and all of us simply attempting to translate the show. Okay, peep, this'll be sure. The person who wound up in a state of unconsciousness while letting the cat out of the bag in a tell-all narrative has been on a mission since Kim Watchman's passing. Man's been constant attempting to spill the tea on how he steeped. Diddy, everything started off with this Instagram post he dropped, which, by the way, is presently erased, yet the word on the road is it resembled the following: the morning of the Spirit Train Grand Prix Asian ALB all over the planet. I just found this recording from the morning I learned of Kim Dorman's homicide, and the way that it tore the spirit from my actual body. I was en route to movie the pre-show bundles for the BET Grants with Tisha Campbell-Martin and Tachina Arnold when I got a call from PR symbol Queenie Donaldson inquiring as to whether I was okay. And did I hear the news I did not know? I really do know, obviously, that Kanye didn't look at out of nowhere over to pneumonia. That is some bull. Actually, this is where I cause problems. I'll be sure isn't excessively excited. Pretty much every one of the made-up accounts whirling around him after he dropped an enigmatic message that had everybody thinking it was about the entire Diddy and Cassie dramatization. The 55-year-old vocalist hit up his Instagram story over the course of the end of the week to get down on the obscure moves of somebody many idea was Diddy. Sort of nearly something like this: I truly do concur my assumptions regarding you were driven rigorously from my hopeful perspective on you trusting your unsanitary ways would disperse with age or the present status of undertakings that will ultimately uncover that you were on the finance and covertly some portion of the tricks. Fix the riddle yet, when the media found out about it and began coming to an obvious conclusion to Cassie's new charges against Diddy. ALB artist bounced on Instagram on Sunday to put any misinformation to rest. He actually dropped no names, however. IP posted a story today about somebody near me that I believed like family. Come to figure out, I stroll with their banner day to day, and they were tarnished on many levels while I went down and was hospitalized, and they've been tentatively riding the wall all through the whole endeavors on my reality. Al Bish spilled. So to refresh your web journals and fictitious stories, FYI, I don't remark, talk on, nor worry about legal disputes, the following outcomes, or another man or lady's business that is not my when, regardless of how firmly related my creative posts might reflect genuine. Now rewind to the mid-90s, when Diddy began dating Albie Shore's ex Kim Watchman, and you have a long history between these two. When Kim unfortunately died, Albie Shore indicated treachery and addressed assuming that it was murder. It's been a wild ride of dramatization and secrets since Kim Dorman spilled a lot of tea to Al makes certain about Diddy before she passed, yet he must proceed with caution when he lets the cat out of the bag. One bogus step could wreck things for his child Quincy. An update: Diddy formally took on Quincy when the youngster was only 3. He like, man, you want to come to New York? I swear we'll reimburse you. I've been looking out for that compensate for quite a while, brother. So Keith Ed, the Southside Compton Crips man confronting a first-degree murder allegation for Tupac's '96 killing, spilled a few wild subtleties in a Vegas court. He's pointing fingers at Diddy, asserting Puffy coordinated Tupac hit and, surprisingly, offered him a cool $1 million to take care of business, focusing on both Tupac and Suge Knight. Diddy's reps are zoomed on this, and in the past he directly upcalled these allegations hogwash. Horde James, an ex-death row fellow, is backing the talk plant, saying during the East Coast West Coast hamburger, there were bounties on everybody's head. Puffy, clearly dreading Suge, probably needed him far removed. Keth Ed told LAPD that Diddy checked with a person named Eric Von Zip just after Tupac had chance inquisitive about their job. Yet here's the kicker: Kethy D let the cat out of the bag to LAPD, yet because of some lawful arrangement it can't be utilized for arraignment in a recording. Keith, it claims Diddy was blissful when he figured out their group was behind Tupac shooting. Another clasp recommends Diddy paid the hit expense to Zip, who purportedly stashed the money. Now in Key Digital book, he turns an anecdote about Diddy requesting the hit during a New York home base over Pete pastrami sandwiches and pink champagne. As per Key, Diddy was breaking out in a cold sweat, saying he disliked both Suge and Pac, particularly after the diss track hit him up. Tupac passed On September 13th, 1996 days, in the wake of having chance in Vegas, Keith got caught close to Vegas confronting a homicide accusation with a group action curve that could add 20 additional years whenever sentenced same times. Diddy has an expectation and pray like truly cross his fingers or whatever that when Key ID lets the cat out of the bag in court, there ain't a solitary receipt to back up his tail, cuz imprint our words on the off chance that Key D makes a bunny appear out of nowhere. With a receipt during that preliminary, it's down over for P. Diddy. I don't know, little guy daddy. Going to a similar secondary school as me. Ooh, in the event that they assuming that they're viewing at you as a suspect who knows perhaps, oh no, I figure he could go down on this, okay, for those not in that. Loop Jimmy the Thug is essentially the boogeyman of the hip bounce scene word. He's the person who evidently set up Pac at Quad Studio and furthermore siphoned 9 slugs into 50 penny okay. So there's this indicted killer long associated with being important for the 1994 Quad Studio shooting of Tupac Shakur. At last let the cat out of the bag and blamed Jimmy cohort Roseman the Brat.